Right away, the National Duels Invitational are going to be absolute fireworks. We have a ton of ranked matchups. These are my top 9 must-watch ranked matchups just from round 1 of the National Duels. This is going down Saturday and Sunday. Of course, round 1 will be Saturday morning. You can watch all those matches live on FloWrestling. If you can't be at the BOK Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma to watch this incredible 2 days of dual meet action. All right. Here's my top 9. There's certainly some other amazing matches, but these are the ones I'm most looking forward to. Starting at number 9, 165 pounds, Braden Scholes of Illinois taking on Matty Bianke of Little Rock. This one is intriguing for a number of reasons. One, Scholes is ranked number 9, Bianke returning All-American ranked number 5. But 2 Wisconsin boys, 2 Askren Wrestling Academy boys, probably some measure of familiarity there between these two. Bianke is a head-down grinder, positional, very physical. Scholes, wide open. He's a pinner. A lot of ways to score. I think this is a really fun style clash here at 165 pounds in round 1 between Illinois and Little Rock. Number 8, at 197 pounds, number 11, Luke Geog versus number 4, Joey Novak of Wyoming. This is the round 1 match between Ohio State and Wyoming. And Luke Geog had a nice start to his season, winning the Clarion Open. He looked really solid doing so. It was not a weak field by any stretch. And Luke Geog was a good prospect coming out of high school. Joey Novak much more under the radar. But since that time, Joey Novak have 2 incredible seasons, including an All-American finish a year ago. We just watched him lose narrowly at the All-Star Classic. Novak is the real deal. But for Ohio State, a team that wants to make a run here at National Duels and contend for another NCAA trophy, they need production out of 197. And we're going to learn a lot about where Luke potentially stacks up against a very good wrestler in Joey Novak. So that's my number 8. Number 7, Mr. Fast Twitch, AJ Ferrari, going to the heavyweight division. Number 1 ranked AJ Ferrari taking on number 8 Nathan Taylor from Lehigh. It's Nebraska, Lehigh, round 1 match. And this is certainly the biggest test of AJ's season thus far, the 8th ranked guy. A lot of people feel like Nathan Taylor is a guy with a great shot to place this year. Big guy, can kind of wrestle from everywhere. And for AJ Ferrari, it's another test. And really, AJ Ferrari is going to be a consistent theme here. He's going to be tested probably. He could have Nathan Taylor round 1, likely Tega Dali in that quarterfinal match. And then if seeds hold, it would be Nick Feldman in that semi. And then who knows if they make the finals, who he would face. So a lot of rigor in the way for AJ Ferrari, starting with Lehigh's Nathan Taylor. And Lehigh does a great job with the heavyweights, Coach Zach Ray and company. And I think Nathan Taylor is poised for a good year. But he's got his hands full against AJ Ferrari. Number 6, going to 174 pounds. Number 2, Patrick Kennedy taking on number 5, Cam Steed. Now, Steed moving up from 165 to 174. Took a loss already this year, but Cam Steed's not a guy that, is without some ups and downs in his career, but really can wrestle from everywhere. Very tough to get to defensively. Can he hold up for 7 minutes against someone really tough like Patrick Kennedy? This is one of the, there's not many matches that Missouri's going to be, within a couple points of winning against Iowa. If they're looking to pick up an upset, this is one that maybe you would highlight. And for Patrick Kennedy, continuing to cement yourself as the number 2 guy in America, beating someone like Cam Steed is a good message to send. So I think it's going to be a fun one in round 1. Iowa versus Missouri. Missouri, really, really tough dual team. Iowa's just really good this year. Going on to number 5, heavyweight match. We're going to have Isaac Trumble, number 2, versus number 10, Wyatt Volker of UNI. I think the NC State versus UNI dual meet is going to be incredible. NC State, on paper, I think you favor them. But Coach Schwab always has the Panther train ready for these dual meets. They always bring the fight. Every single match is going to be hard fought. And Wyatt Volker making the move from 197 to heavyweight. How does he look? Well, this is a great litmus test against number 2, Isaac Trumble, a guy that's earned All-American honors, who can really wrestle tough from the top position, hard guy to score on, uses his length really well. How does Volker look at 285? We'll find out really quickly in this round 1 matchup. As we move on to number 4, Alex Fakundo, number 11 for Oklahoma State, taking on third-ranked Simon Ruiz of Cornell. And, I had Chael Sonnen on my show yesterday, FloWrestling Radio Live, talking about Alex Fakundo. And he says, I just can't imagine, many people beating Alex Fakundo this year. And that would include someone like Simon Ruiz. But is that the case? Is Fakundo ready to beat someone like Simon Ruiz, who I think can give some real challenges to Fakundo in the finishing department? Simon Ruiz, really tricky leg defense. Very, very good from the top position is Ruiz. We saw that at the All-Star Classic against Lenny Pinto. Rides really tough, gets the wrist, gets tilts. Can Fakundo get away? Can he convert his offense? Fakundo is a guy who attacks, but the finishing is another thing. Is he going to get the volume of attacks necessary to beat someone like Simon Ruiz? If Fakundo gets this win, sky's the limit for his potential, because Simon Ruiz is someone many people were saying, hey, this guy's someone we could see wrestling in the NCAA finals on Saturday in March. That's just what people think about Simon Ruiz. He was a freshman All-American, and I think a lot of him. And if Alex Fakundo can beat him, that is quite the statement for the Cowboys. Number 3, Eddie Ventresca versus Jory Volk of Minnesota. Eddie is ranked number 4 for the Hokies. Number 8, Volk transferred from Wyoming to Minnesota. And surprisingly, these two, as far as I can tell, have never wrestled, at least not collegiately. Ventresca's results have been a little bit better. Of course, Volk was off the mat last year, recovering from an injury. Now he's back. He's healthy. This is a great test for Volk. He had Jet Strickenberger at the Southeast Open. Jet's obviously a dog, but Jet got hurt in that match, wasn't able to finish it. So this is the first real test for Jory Volk as a Golden Gopher. Eddie Ventresca looked great at the All-Star against Sheldon Seymour. I would favor Eddie, but this is more of a coin flip match, if you ask me. Can't wait to see it. In 125, always chaotic, and I think Jory could certainly inject a little bit into that. He is a U20 world champion, and if he beats Eddie Ventresca, that's going to shoot him way up the rankings for the Golden Gophers, who are a sneaky team in this dual meet format. The Gophers have a tough squad. This is probably the best duel. Virginia Tech, Minnesota, for my money, the best opening round dual meet at the National Duels Invitational. Number 2, my list, my rules. Unranked Caleb Larkin versus number 2, Lachlan McNeel. I've been so hyped to watch Caleb Larkin make his folk style debut for the Sun Devils. And last year, I was hyping him up coming into the year, and then he hurts, he gets injured, he's out for the year. I'm like, dang it, we got to wait another year. But this is a guy who went life or death with Yanni Diakomahalis at the Olympic trials. This is a guy with a freestyle win over Jesse Mendez. The guy's absolutely nails, and I think he's going to have a great career for Arizona State. I'm hyping him up hard, and I want to see, how does he do against number 2, Lachlan McNeel? McNeel is really tough. He had a tough loss to Casey Swiderski at the All-Star, but this is one of the more consistent 149s you'll see in the country. And if Caleb Larkin's able to wrestle with and potentially take out Lachlan McNeel, a weight that really is chaotic right now, maybe Caleb is someone we see sneaking into that finalist, that top 3 conversation. But if he gets, woodshedded a little bit here against McNeel, then maybe we have a different kind of answer. But it doesn't matter. I'm so excited for this one. It's my number 2. But number 1, without a doubt, as soon as we pulled that ping pong ball and we saw Iowa gets Missouri round 1, our minds immediately went to 184. Angelo Ferrari versus Aiden Sinclair, number 2 versus number 9, but 2 monstrous freshmen. And really, don't let the rankings disparity fool you. These are 2 absolutely fantastic freshman prospects. Sinclair has not had a ton of opportunity at the 184-pound weight class yet. Angelo got a little more opportunity. He beat Dustin Plott. That's why he's higher in the rankings. But we all saw what Aiden Sinclair can do on the freestyle mat this year. Taking a match, being right there with Max McAnally. Very close bouts. And, of course, we all know what McAnally went on to do. Sinclair, great arm drag. Can wrestle from the top position. Obviously, an Akron Wrestling Academy guy. He can scramble. But Angelo Ferrari is just such a proven competitor. This guy attacks legs really well, both sides. But he's going to need to finish quickly on Aiden Sinclair. Aiden is an adept defender. He's an adept scrambler. And if there's a lot of extended coming out the back door type of finishes, I don't know if Angelo Ferrari is going to be able to get the finishes there. And then it could come down to the mat where, Aiden is really tough from the top position. I think this is an incredibly competitive match. I think a lot of fans may just be saying, hey, this is Angelo. It is Angelo. Chael Sonnen say, hey, it's Angelo. The answer is Angelo. Maybe so. I'm a little more open. My mind is, it could be easily swayed here to pick Aiden Sinclair. It's going to be a great match. It is the number one match. This is going down Saturday, starting at 10 o'clock Eastern, 9 Central, which is the local time. We're going to have 4 of the top half matches, then the bottom half, and then we'll have the quarters that night and some wrestlebacks. And then, of course, Sunday morning, we'll have the championship semifinals and the remainder of the consolation bracket. Every match live on FloWrestling with the exception of the finals, which are live on ESPN2. Going to be an incredible couple days of wrestling. And, man, as you can see, it gets amazing right away with these round 1 matchups. What round 1 matchups are you most looking forward to? I can't wait to be there. Want to give a big thanks to Paycom for putting this incredible event together. This is not possible without Paycom and Chad Richardson really stepping up in a major way. So can't wait for it. See you in Tulsa.